This small cabinet cost me a whopping $5 on Facebook Marketplace. It is almost entirely made of super thin veneer and particle board, so let's give it a much needed makeover. The first thing that I did was remove the drawer and the two doors, and then I put on some music and got to sanding. For this piece, I started off with a 120 grit sandpaper, went up to a 180, and finished off with a 220. I first saw it get posted for $45 on Facebook Marketplace, which I thought was a little high, and the seller eventually did lower it to $5 after a few weeks, and it was only like a 15-minute drive from my house, so I'm like, you know what, instead of this ending up in the trash, let's give it a fun little makeover. So after I sanded my life away with this piece, it was time to prime, and I always do around 2 coats of primer. I like to switch between a brush and a foam roller. Even if my paint says it's an all-in-one paint, or it says you don't need to prime beforehand, you're always going to catch me priming because I just like that extra protection. I feel like after every flip that I do, I always have like 25% left of the paint can, and I would just hate to see that go to waste, so I mix these 3 colors together to make like this custom color, so I could actually get use out of the rest of the paint. And all the paints were very, very dry, so I had to wait for them to strain. And before each coat of paint, I like to mist the piece in water. But let me tell you, after this first coat that I did, I hated the color. So this is a definitely trust the process type of situation. I ended up just painting it all in this color on the first coat, and then I went back and tweaked the color a little bit, and this is what it turned out to be. It was way more to like my original vision of what I wanted the color of the piece to be. So I was happy with that, and then I found this hardware that matched the original holes that the piece had, and I spray painted that gold because I thought it would complement that green color really nicely. Next, it was time to wipe down the piece. We have 4 cats in the house. You can see one of them laying down in the cat bed back there. So cat hair is a big problem, so I have to make sure to clean my pieces really well in between each coat of primer, paint, and sealer. And more so with this piece because they literally thought it was their new cat bed. I'm going to go in with 3 coats of this top coat, and I like to apply it either with this hand sponge or a foam brush. Next, I added the new hardware, which I was really happy that it fit these holes because I've been trying to find a piece of furniture that fit these handles for a while. So I re-added the drawer, and here was the end result. Everywhere that I left natural wood, I sealed that also with that top coat. And as always, let me know what you guys think, and here is a reminder, this was the before and the after. Just kidding, that's me. Here is the after. My name is Crystal with Crystal Thrifts and Flips. If you like this kind of content, make sure you leave a like and follow.